you can go and research, and research on ethical issues encountered in sales and marketing. Ethical issues on sales and marketing, you can go out there and find out. But maybe on a summary, one of the issues that we really need to be careful about is honesty. Honesty. Yani, kuwa mwaminifu. Many a times you are accused of overpromising. We tell people things that are not there, but you can be able to do research on ethical issues or unethical issues that happen within our profession. So you can find out and also find out, how can I improve to ensure that what I promise I deliver? What are some of the non-disclosures? We don't disclose all the information. And these are the things that make us lose a deal. You told somebody something, but there are things you did not disclose, and you have seen it even on advertising. You find an advert, when you go on the ground, the things are different. Yesterday I was hosting K24 in our project in Victory Gardens. And one of the ladies said, wait a minute, the same advert we see on media at K24, KTN, is the same things that we are seeing on the ground. We need to ask ourselves, how many times do we do things unethically, and then we are discovered in the middle? Then we lose a deal, we lose a prospect. The other day, there's a young man who came to me and told me that I'm a content writer. I can write content, and give me a contract for a month. Of course, I like supporting young people. I gave him a contract. That's the last time I heard of him. I only paid him 5,000. That's the last time I heard of him. So how many times do we do such mistakes, and then we lose legacy in the future? Wow. So you can go out there, research about it, and I can tell you, it will be very, very interesting. Even issues of piracy, you have seen somebody's website, you just replicate it. Somebody is a singer, you replicate, trade secrets. And maybe that's why at some point I'll teach you on how to do contracts, non-disclosures, so that you don't lose your patents, for example. Fantastic. I can see a question.
Yes, we have a question here. Let me read it. There is a question from Catherine. She says, how can one handle clients who want your products and services at a certain standard but are not willing to pay for it? How can one go about it to close a deal in such a case? So it's like the client has a lower budget and your product or service is of a higher amount. So that is what she's asking, how she can get to handle that.
Wow, okay. I want to get the name nicely here.
Catherine.
Oh, Catherine.
Yes.
Wow, thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. Wow, this is very, very normal, because sometimes we do have products, but the customer is not ready. And for us at Optiven, the money that you have can be a deposit, It can be a deposit, and this particular deposit, you can be able to pay the balance later. The other option is that, assuming that maybe Catherine is selling an item of higher value, you can also give a customer some options, It is not necessary that you pay cash. You can pay either by a facility, you can ask for a facility, or you can also ask the customer to co-own, Maybe Catherine should have told us, what is this product? Is it a product that can be co-owned? And those who are in real estate, we have seen a lot of young people say, hey, George, I have seen a product in Machakos, but I cannot afford it. I have this amount of money. I ask them, do you have a fiancé or a friend? You can co-own. And there you strike a deal. And the other option is also to re-pitch, pitch again. Let them see the benefits of that particular product that you are selling. The other option is sometimes be careful so that you don't undersell, because underselling can also kill your business. I'm sure that you have seen many shops out there that they went out there giving huge discounts, and finally they went down because of underselling. So don't be desperate. Don't go out there and say, hey, wait a minute. I am going to offer this at cost. Be very careful. Otherwise, we need our businesses tomorrow. Thank you, Catherine.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. That is well handled, Catherine. I think, I believe you're good. We have two more questions. I can see one from Leah, another one from Paris, and I can start the one from Leah Nyambura. And she says, how do you handle a client who gets distracted when you are having a meeting, keeps picking the calls? Then should you reschedule or wait?
Wow, thank you, Leah. That's where the testing of salespeople, that's where we are tested. And I'm sure that many a times we have encountered clients, they are not there. You are talking to them and you feel these guys are not concentrating. You know, what I personally do is just be patient, because number one, you require this particular client. If you rush to reschedule, definitely they'll consider you as arrogant. And when a customer considers you as arrogant, definitely you won't get that particular deal that you're looking for. Sometimes you just be patient. And many times I've seen people who really misbehave. They are talking on phones, they are not concentrating, but at the end of the day, they ask you, by the way, how much is your product? And they end up paying. So don't just give it up. Be patient, be keen, you listen. As long as they are listening 50%, and since the customer is always out there, you are able to convince them. You never know. You can be 50, maybe 50-50. You may get it, you may not get it. So the thing is just being patient. Thank you.
Perfect. Good, good, good. Nice one. Then we have another question from Paris Jerotish. She says, how do you close a deal of unsure client? That is, they are comparing perhaps your price or quality from your competitors.
Wow, that's how. Thank you, Paris. That's why where you come in to differentiate your service or product. If you're offering services like Catherine, for example, I don't know what Charlotte is offering. If you're offering a service, give this customer a very, very good quality customer experience, that they say, hey, the way Charlotte is treating me, definitely I'll go buy her products or services. And that's what we do at Optiven. Real estate is very competitive. So we ensure that the way we handle you, the way we welcome you to Optiven family, you feel as if you are part and parcel of the Optiven family. And of course, check special benefits that your product or service might have, and then market that particular benefit. That way, there's a high possibility of closing that particular deal. Of course, once in a while in sales, sometimes we lose. They say that you may lose a percentage of your customers, because nobody is a master of services. So when you lose, don't get discouraged. You never know. Sometimes you also gain from the same competitors. Thank you very much, Sharitish.
Good. One more question so that we can be done in the next maybe 4 minutes is from Gabriel Wachiuri. He says, how can you detect a joker early enough to avoid using all your energy for a person who just want to test your skills? Through social media, sometimes you get this kind of people who are not willing to buy, just put you into test. They just want to put you into test.
Wow, thank you, Gabriel. I'll give you my own personal example. There are people who are called the keyboard warriors. They just want to engage you, to drain you, to siphon your energy. And the best thing is that even these social media jokers, or even customers, some customers are not serious. They just come to test your service. So you may not really ignore them, but obey your intuition. So if your intuition tells you, I think this guy is not serious, because all the time our intuitions are very correct. However, you may not really throw them on the window, because these jokers may be joking, but they may refer you another customer. Could be a relative or a customer. I remember one time I went to, a guy came and I took him to see our property in Kitengela. And the guy, I could tell, this guy is not a buyer. And for sure, he was not, because number one, he had no business. and he had no job. He was actually jobless. In fact, he opened to me and told me that I was really looking to meet you. Kwanza wewe George Wachiuri. Why? Because I'm looking on a way we can partner and give me a job. Of course, you can imagine how I felt. But I said, wait a minute, you never know. Maybe this guy has network. 2 years down the line, the guy brought a sister who bought 3 properties with Optiven. Up to today, we are still friends. So sometimes, once again, our patience, because we're in the marketplace, our patience, our intuition can be able to guide us. Thank you, Gabriel.
Perfect, perfect. Yes, I believe Gabriel, Paris, Leah, I believe your questions are well answered, and I believe you got the correct answers. So I can't see any other question, and I believe we are right on time. Though we started about a few minutes late, but I'm happy that you guys were doing introductions. See, somebody has posted something. Yeah, it's Gabriel saying thank you. It's Paris also saying thank you, sir. Good, good. So guys, I think we are done for today. See you all next week. Let me see. No, there is no any other question. So guys, right about now, I think we are done for the day. See you next week, the same time, as we make it better, as we get transformed. Thank you, our mentor. God bless you as we keep on transforming lives. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Asanteni sana. Have a fantastic week. God bless you. Asante sana. Those who can log into FB Live.
Thank you.
God bless you too.
Asante sana.
you.
All the very best. Asante sana. God bless you. Keep going. Keep shining.
Thank you, guys. Thank you,
you, sir.
guys. God bless you. Those who can be able to log in, you can tune in to FB Live. You're going live in the next few minutes. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Asanteni sana. God bless.
God bless you.
Hallelujah.